How to help a dog adjust to your household routine. You probably know that dogs are intelligent, lovable creatures, but you might not realize how sensitive they are to change. In fact, your canine companion thrives on routine and experiences stress when this routine is disrupted. Whether you're trying to establish a routine with a new dog, or you're trying to help your old dog get accustomed to your recently changed schedule, it's important to ease your dog into a new routine slowly and gradually. Part 1: Planning for Change. 1. Make a schedule with all household members. In order to change your and your dog's routine, you need to get organized and figure out exactly what logistical changes you're expecting. On a weekly calendar, write down every family member's departure and arrival times, as well as who will be home at what times. Once you've consolidated the household schedule, work in all the dog-related chores. Be specific about how many times a day you're planning to go for walks and have meals, at what times, who will be doing it, and any other contingency plans. 2. Stock up on chew toys and treats. Chances are, your dog's new routine will involve at least a little bit of solo time. Chew toys are one of the best ways to ease your dog's separation anxiety and keep it occupied during these stretches of solitary time. Opt for hard rubber toys rather than rawhide or real animal bones, as these animal tissue equivalents are choking hazards. In addition to keeping rubber chew toys available at all times, give your dog a Kong-type peanut butter cone or other special treat before you head out the door. This safety cue gets your dog used to the routine of departure and provides reassurance that you'll be returning shortly. 3. Hire a dog walker. If your household schedule shows extended periods of time during the day when no one will be home to take the dog out, you should find a dog walker or friend who lives in the neighborhood to fill in. After all, being stuck at home alone is already stressful for your canine friend. This stress can easily multiply if your dog also needs to go to the bathroom and has to hold it in over long periods of time. If you don't know anyone in the neighborhood who would want to walk your dog, check out a mobile app such as Wag or Swifto that can connect you with available, professional dog walkers. 4. Practice departure routines. Once you know at what times different family members will be leaving the house, start practicing this schedule well before it actually takes effect. This will show your dog that departures are normal and not cause for anxiety. For example, if you're going to be leaving at 7 p.m. every evening for a graveyard shift, start gathering your keys, bags, and coat at 6:30 every evening and leaving the house. Give your dog its safety cue, the toy you customarily give out when you're leaving the house, and, depending on your routine, put it in the crate as you usually would. Leave the house entirely and stay out for at least 10 or 20 minutes. Return quietly and with little fanfare. Part 2: Altering your routine. 1. Shift meal times gradually. You want to feed your dog at specific times of day rather than leaving the bowl out, as this mealtime practice builds additional structure into your dog's day. If you find that your new schedule means that old mealtimes won't work out, make this mealtime shift incrementally so that your dog experiences minimal disruption in its appetite and consumption habits. For example, perhaps your dog used to eat every morning at 9 a.m. and every evening at 7 p.m. Your new work schedule, though, requires you to be out of the house 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Start putting out your dog's bowl at 8:45 a.m. and 6:45 p.m. for a few days, then move up another 15 minutes, and so on. 2. Maintain a crate time schedule. If your dog is already crate trained, you can alter its crate schedule gradually just as you did with meal time. Just be sure that you're not all of a sudden requiring your dog to spend long hours in the crate when it has only spent brief periods in the crate in the past. You want to keep your dog's associations with the crate positive, So never use it for extended periods of time or as a punishment for bad behavior. If your dog has never used the crate before, it's probably unrealistic to try integrating this foreign component into your dog's daily routine. Ask your vet or a dog trainer if they think you could make this change. 3. Walk your dog at regular times of day. Exercise is one of the best ways both humans and dogs alike can relieve pent-up stress and energy. You can make this activity even more stress-reducing by incorporating it into your stable routine. Take your dog out 3 times a day every day, and do so at specific hours of the day. If you have a backyard, you can let your dog out for potty breaks in between walks, but never substitute proper walks with yard time. 4. Establish a bedtime ritual. Many canine experts and trainers recommend that you have your dog sleep in the crate or on a dog bed, but you can choose whichever routine you like with your dog as long as you keep it consistent. Whether your dog sleeps with you in bed or has its own bed on the floor, it will automatically begin to wind down each evening at a certain time if it knows when to expect bedtime every night. If your new schedule requires you to work a graveyard shift, you can still establish a consistent bedtime routine with your dog. If you live with someone who works normal hours, have them perform nighttime rituals such as dinner feedings, evening walks, and ordering your dog to its bed. 5. Keep up the routine even on weekends. In the first couple months of a new routine, you should strive to keep the exact same schedule every day without fail. This means departing and arriving at the same times, even on days when you're not working, and maintaining the same walk schedule even if you have all day to hang around at the dog park. This doesn't mean you can't take your dog on bonus walks and outings when you have a day off. Just be sure not to replace normal walks with these mid-day jaunts. 6. Give it time. No matter what new routine you and your dog are adjusting to, know that this transition period will take some time. Expect some problematic behaviors such as whining, chewing, or anxious licking in the first few days and weeks, and don't make any massive changes overnight. If it's been 3 months and your dog still seems uneasy in the new routine, you might need to reevaluate your chosen methods and schedule. Perhaps your new routine simply requires your dog to spend too much time alone and you'll need to find a dog sitter or other friend who can come over and hang out every day, or perhaps your dog needs some new toys or other distractions to keep it engaged.